Welcome back to episode 7 of Pickleball U, your favorite collegiate podcast, because we're still the only one. As you notice, we have David, as always, but Timber Tucker is back on the show.
Let's go.
Welcome, Timber. You know what that means? That means that he has won the vote. For those of you that voted, thank you so much. He swept the vote. All votes yes. So, Timber, welcome, man. Welcome officially.
You're officially part of the #1 college pickleball podcast. How does that feel?
Well, you know, now that I have tenure, the gloves are coming off. So,
so what's funny is I was actually talking with one of the pros on the PPA tour and bragging about the fact that she was like, wow, it's the #1 college pickleball podcast. I did not tell her that we're the only
one. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, listen, like we're gonna brag about it for as long as we can.
Oh yeah, hopefully forever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. So welcome, Timber. It's a pleasure, and we hope to have you further.
I'm not going anywhere.
Love it. Let's touch on what we'll be talking about this episode. As always, you guys know our loyal viewers know our format. We'll be going over this past weekend's events. So we got the APP in Arizona, we got the NCPA in Dallas, and I believe that's it. Oh, and the Performance Cup in Virginia.
Ooh.
Can't forget about that. And our boy Derek. We'll go over all of that. Let's start off.
You almost forgot that dude was on the show.
It was a bait and switch. It was to build up hype. Let's go over the APP first of all. So they use Pickleball Den, a little wonky, not gonna lie. We'll talk to Dominic about that on a future episode. Let's see. As they finish pool play, there's nothing better than analog brackets. We have the brackets.
Listen, the fact that college kids, I gotta be honest here, Timber. Like the fact that college kids can still like write nicely is impressive.
You think?
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was the college kids.
Okay.
No, that's somebody on APP. Here we go. So
this is from the APP.
This is the APP, dude.
Bro.
So this is. So, did you ever, if you ever watch Game of Thrones, remember there was that one guy that had his little spies everywhere?
Yeah.
So I got my little college spies out everywhere sending me stuff. And so some of my boys from Purdue.
Oh, there you go. You can't tell who the spy is.
Well, that's a reasonable point. Anyway, they sent me this just to help me keep up with what was going on because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And it's Pickleball Den, so I think you have to be like a registered member for at least 90 days, be born on a Tuesday, and
a whole bunch of hoopla.
Yeah.
Look at you with a great word right there.
Oh, look at me, SAT vocab. So yeah, we got. Let's cut to the end. There wasn't anything crazy. The last second signups, we had some Utah Tech teams last second signups, and you know what that means? That means that Utah Tech won. We had the finals, Utah Tech red, I think, against Utah Tech black. This is the red squad coming in. As for those diehards, this isn't their actual lineup. They're winning with their C teams out here. We got Mary, who usually finds herself up there on at least the B and A team. We got Benson. Then these other two I'm more unfamiliar with, but clearly they are gamers.
So wait a minute. What happens at nationals when it's like, do they qualify as a college and can send whatever they want, or is it those people that played they have to go like MILP, right? At least 2 of the people got to be on the team.
Nope. College is your school gets the bid. You could send 4 of them. It's like the Olympics where you're, in the prelims, you can run whoever you want on the like on a track meet, or a swim meet, in the relays.
Yeah.
It's like that. The school gets the bid. So, and if you get 2 bids, like if you play, you could play number 2 at the regional and number 1 at nationals. The school gets the bid and then you fill it however you want.
I forget APP. Can you send multiple schools, or is that just NCPA?
No, you can
For
send.
nationals.
You can earn. They change it year to year, but last year I think you could send 2 APP, and at the end you ended up being able to send 3 at NCPA. Duper you can only send one.
Yep.
But Duper last year started what I called the NIT, which was like a second bracket. They had their 64 team field, and then you could send a second team to their 32 team field.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they're talking about having a third 32 team bracket.
What I want to do is maybe in the off-season holiday break is give the two of you a whiteboard and like actually draw this stuff out, because it is insane.
Well, it changes a lot.
I don't know how you guys do it. I'm seriously, like, I'm impressed with your guys' bandwidth of like brain knowledge. You're like, hey, so in essence, in whatever division, right, whoever tour, you can actually send a kid that has never played before, comes to your college, all of a sudden now is a 6.4, signs up for 6 credits, 8 credits, whatever they require, and smokes everybody for the $.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yep. All they got to do is whatever the tour's eligibility requirements are, as long as they meet that, you're good.
Yeah, and they're all different though, and it's because they're all experimenting and stuff like that. But how do they that's why guys like you exist right now. Like, it takes a full-time like coach to just do this stuff and figure it out, right?
Yeah, I can tell you that stuff top to bottom, but I have no idea where my car keys are right now. So,
for those uninitiated, Timber is the coach for the IU team.
Mm-hmm.
General manager, not the coach.
Sorry, general manager. He's doesn't know that much about pickleball on the court.
All right, so that's my me. I love to follow our structure. Sorry, Martin.
Oh, I love it, dude. What structure?
Right.
So yeah, we just finished up. Yeah, APP Utah Tech takes first and second, and then who got third, Timber?
There was a really good third place match between San Diego State. San Diego State actually sent teams to both Arizona and Dallas. And so San Diego State took Purdue in a Dream Breaker for third place, not without controversy, but I only heard from Purdue, so I only heard their side of it. So
what was the controversy?
They felt like there may have been, there at the very end, there may have been a ball called out that probably was in. But again, love my boys at Purdue, but I only heard one side of the story.
So, I mean, listen, everybody who loses complains. But like,
right.
Wait, isn't that live streamed? Is that on a stream somewhere?
Yeah, it might be, but I couldn't find it this week. I looked all over for it.
I look all over for college pickleball. Like, sometimes stuff pops up and I'm like, what in the world? I can't find out this stuff. Yeah.
Well, so since it was a semifinal match or a third place match, there were 2 refs on the court. And again, according to my Purdue guys, neither ref they didn't call it out. They just said, we didn't see it.
Well, so I'm going to do something because we protect our refs because we use a lot of them. Refs aren't there for line calls. Like,
right.
We're working on some line technology, but they're there to watch the kitchen and call the score and prevent fights and look awesome on a stream.
Heck yeah.
I get it. And with APP does that weird USAP rally scoring where, so, in what I call normal rally scoring, you're either on the left or you're on the right and you stay there.
Yeah.
The USAP that the APP uses, every time a point is scored, like if you and I are playing, David, and Martin puts one in the net and we haven't even hit the ball yet, we switch. Every time a point is scored, we switch.
Every time a point is scored, if you score a point, you switch. So it's kind of side out with rally.
Yeah, exactly. But so the refs have to spend a lot of the bandwidth telling everybody where to stand because nobody knows where they're supposed to be.
Well, it's tricky.
No kidding. Yeah. I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I'd throw my paddle.
And let's get right into the NCPA. Maybe that's why they use side out scoring. A little easier. We got, boom, the final 8 over here. Got some notable things right off the bat is SDSU San Diego State came in to the bracket after pool play as the overall 1 seed, and just like that, they get eliminated in the quarters. Tough luck. Should have been better.
Well, they had a really easy draw in their, but they're a solid team, and then they beat Baylor in the round of 16.
Mm-hmm.
But Baylor, and this was one of the most fun college events I've been to when my school wasn't there. And part of it was because there weren't any real dominant schools. Like Baylor probably would have been the best team there, but their top 2 guys weren't there because they had just played the other event in Dallas and couldn't do it 2 weekends in a row.
Oh, they didn't like the grind. So Baylor's
exactly.
not a grindy school.
Soft.
Embarrassing.
Or maybe they had schoolwork. They still are college kids.
They don't want it. They don't want it.
Wait, Martin, this isn't Florida. This is a real school where they got to go to class.
Okay.
Just so we'll remind everybody, Martin Michelson is a University of Florida graduate and played on that team. So that's
Go Gators. Go Gators.
Wait, I see so here's something I noticed, right? As we do production meetings, you guys tell me all about this, and our chat blows up on the weekends with college pickleball. So right. LSU is on here.
Yep.
LSU's been on a little tear.
A little sneaky.
But you have teams like Mississippi State, San Diego, Washington, like big schools that might not have been good before, but now are getting good. Is it like pickleball in the big populations, except for Utah, like big population schools are getting better because they just have numbers and more girls and better guys and things like that to pull from?
I think so. Resources is another big deal. I mean, Alabama wasn't a part of the pickleball scene at all. This is what I think happened, and I hope this is true. So at the Georgia regional last year, the Georgia Duper regional, huge regional, it just so happened, first time Alabama had ever really been to anything, and in their pool was Auburn.
Oh.
And Auburn beat them in a dream breaker in their pool. And the next thing you know, Alabama is spending all kinds of money on pickleball.
They're building like 16 dedicated courts at their
Auburn.
Yeah, I think the best thing that happened to Alabama pickleball is Auburn beat them because they went back and they're like, okay, this can't happen again.
Auburn's gonna win the pickleball game. Auburn's gonna win the pickleball.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm telling you, there's definitely gonna be like what we did with Florida, Georgia. There's going to start to be rivalry matches. In the off season or something, like during the holiday breaks, they got to do these things. There's this college stop every week for these guys, but during the breaks, there might be some, hey, Red River rivalry. If it's close, let's make it happen because they're playing pickleball anyway.
Right. Well, there's the nice thing about those too, like Auburn, Alabama. That's a day trip. They can just get together and have and Duper allows for that. Duper has a format for a dual meet. If you look right above my head there, that wooden paddle in the middle, that Purdue and IU are rivals, and they play football for the Old Oaken bucket. So we made an Old Oaken paddle. That's the battle for the Old Oaken paddle. We've done it 3 times, and we have more fun doing that than maybe anything we do all year.
I'm glad that you clarified that because I have been wondering for like the past 6 episodes what in the world that is for.
It's a battle, and you'll notice it says Purdue on the other side, but there's not any markings on their side yet. So,
are you saying because they can't win?
3-0, baby. That's all I'm saying.
You are just land-basting Purdue right now.
Dude, wow.
And the whole thing.
Timber must be a great guy, too, because Purdue's still willing to be his spies. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. My best friend plays for Purdue. So, really Purdue and IU are really close. And I think you'll see that with other schools, too, these rivalries. Mm-hmm. Everybody ends up having a really great time, spend the day together. I fully support that, David. I think there should be more of those dual meets or tri meets, or just for one thing, travel is so expensive in college pickleball. So if you can get together locally with other schools, I think that's a win-win.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, and Martin, I'm going to, I don't want to turn this into, we love Timber. Like this dude's rocking a free shirt from the last stop.
Oasis Pickleball, baby. I love them already. I walked in and I said, "Hey, I always buy a shirt." I said, "Hey, I'm going to buy a shirt, or I'll wear it on the podcast if you give it to me." And they're like, they just threw it to me.
This is incredible. Like,
Did you at least give them the link?
Oh yeah, I told them all about it. And listen, I'm telling you, this is a Gildan shirt, and I don't normally like Gildan t-shirts. This is very soft. This is a great t-shirt. So,
wait, I didn't get the green memo.
He's already
Is that a green
capitalizing on
shirt?
being on the #1 show. Listen, the guy's on Indiana University podcast in a polo. His hair's done up. Who comes on here?
like what hair?
Free t-shirt and a hat. I'm like, this dude's so good.
I have no shame. I have no shame. But anyway, back to the NCPA.
The NC, there we go. You know it's good when Timber's reeling us in. We talked about LSU. Let's talk about this gold medal match to cap off the NCPA. Timber was on scene, and tell us about it, man.
Well, it was epic. These guys screwed me though, because I had I had courtside seats for the PPA nationals across town, and so Washington gets up 3-0. You only need to win 4 to win it all, right? And Washington gets up 3-0. I'm like, yes, I can make it over the other side of town to go watch a couple of the finals. And all of a sudden, LSU comes back and takes the next two, 11-1, 11-5. I'm like, so I didn't get across town. And then the 6th game, it was women's doubles, because they can vary the format at NCPA. So this was women's doubles. And LSU came out, and Washington was probably the stronger women's doubles team, but they were pretty tight. You know, they just lost 2 in a row. They thought they had it all won. And LSU came out, their women came out playing loose as they could. They were playing great, having fun, and they got up 10-7, and a girl hit a shot down the middle that would have been a winner, but it just went a little long. And all of a sudden you could just see them tighten up, and they never scored another point. Washington came back and beat them.
I mean, which stop did you go to, Timber? Where were you at?
That was NCPA, just east of Dallas, at the Oasis Pickleball Club.
Yeah, but you were, jeez. So what was the feedback from you? Because you were seeing teams there that had competed at Worlds, right?
Yeah.
What was the feedback on some of the Worlds and having it be international, things like that? Did anybody talk about that?
Not at this event, because there weren't a lot that did both, I don't think.
Okay.
I heard a lot of positive about Worlds. I heard there may have been some cultural issues. India had a really good team, and I think the men for the Indian team may have annoyed some college players. But other than that, I talked to Hunter today, as a matter of fact, from PPA, and he said it went great, and they're excited about doing it next year and trying to get more international teams there. Yeah, and they're even talking
if it went bad.
Well, that's true, but Hunter's also pretty straight with me. He said nothing. He said it went very smoothly, which is pretty unusual for a big college event. No weather issues, you know. So. And they're
talking names, but I heard that one of the stops was started and 20 minutes in was an hour and a half behind.
Well, no, I heard it started an hour and a half behind.
Jeez.
It wasn't the event I was at, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, I heard Worlds went really well. And now PPA is talking about maybe sending a college team or two to Asia this summer on a goodwill tour.
Ooh,
oh, that's kind of dope.
That's
man.
amazing.
Yeah. It's in the very beginning talking stages, but Hunter was talking about it today.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
I'm going back to school. I decided. That's it.
I'm not.
Well, Martin, I'll offer you a grad scholarship, but what's your duper first?
4.1.
It's like a 5.3 right now. I'm better than that.
Everybody, okay, that's what you have to say after you say your duper. It's like, I'm a 3.7, but I'm better than that.
Of course.
I'm a 3.4. I'm worse than that.
We can set it up. I'll smoke your kids.
Okay.
Who's on your men's team again?
Well, Carter Maris is a 5'8" with a bullet right now, and he was one of the 3 guys across the world that had the highest duper jump in October.
That's light.
And then I got 7 guys 5.0 or better now.
7 guys.
7
Yeah,
dudes?
that's fine. They all suck.
Worlds went really well. Now PPA is talking about maybe sending a college team or two to Asia this summer on like a goodwill tour.
Oh, that's kind of dope,
That's
man.
amazing.
Yeah. It's in the very beginning talking stages, but Hunter was talking about it today.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
I'm going back to school. I decided. That's it.
I'm not.
Well, Martin, I'll offer you a grad scholarship, but what's your duper first?
4-1.
It's like a 5-3 right now. I'm better than that.
Everybody, okay, that's what you have to say after you say your duper. It's like, I'm a 3-7, but I'm better than that. You know?
Of course.
I'm a 3-4. I'm worse than that.
We can set it up. I'll smoke your kids.
Okay.
All right. Who's on your men's team again?
Well, Carter Maris is a 5'8" with a bullet right now, and he was one of the 3 guys across the world that had the highest duper jump in October.
That's light.
And then I got 7 guys 5'0" or better now.
7 guys.
7 dudes?
That's fine. They all suck.
Oh my god! Fly
me out.
College pickleball.
I'll go one by one. You can fly me out to Indiana. I'll go one by one.
Oh my god!
I'll show them how to play.
All right, I'll let them know.
All right. Well, after that, let's get back into the next event. We had the Performance Cup. We'll show you right here. We have these were the 9 top duper averages going into the event. We got Virginia Tech, Liberty, UNC Charlotte, UNC, and then you guys can read the rest. I'm just go ahead, Timber.
Well, James Madison, Liberty, High Point, and I'm not sure who UMD is.
Maryland, I think.
I don't think Maryland was there. If they were, it's news to me.
I think it is. I think it is.
Okay.
And if it's not, well, we're showing this because we want you to see that Duper might know what they're talking about. This is the final 8 bracket, and it is basically the exact same thing as the Duper averages. We got Liberty University coming in at first, and we know somebody on Liberty University, don't we?
We sure do.
Yeah, Derek trying to win his own tournament.
Yeah, Derek from last episode hopped on. Awesome dude, talking about his tournament, and guess what? He played in it, and he made the final.
Well, wait a minute. I got to tell you, I happened to catch that one. That dude can ball. He can play.
Told you.
He can play. Like I'll give him some kudos. You know, I like to harass people, but game recognized game. He can ball. I think it was the match he was playing with his wife. It was mixed doubles that I caught.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty entertaining, but he can play. He can play.
So yeah, he has got incredibly quick hands. I love watching him play. He's just fun. He's not a big overpowering guy, but he just gets it. You get him to the net. Virginia Tech. When I saw him play Virginia Tech was losing because they kept speeding the ball up at him. And you speed the ball up at him, he's just going to make you pay. They finally stopped doing that, which is how they came back. And then this, Derek told me this one was a dream breaker. They lost 22-20 in the dream breaker to win it all.
That is brutal.
Like that's UNC Charlotte, right?
Right. No, that was Virginia Tech over Liberty. Charlotte.
Yeah, the finals. Yeah.
But in the finals was UNC Charlotte, but UNC. No, wait. Sorry. In the semis, UNC and UNC Charlotte made it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're opposite side of the bracket. Yeah.
Right.
So, like UNC, is that the Colin Schick effect still going on? Like, is there legacy? Like, how when Alabama, all of a sudden they get 5-star recruits, and then they could keep getting 5-star recruits because they had 5-star recruits. Is the Colin Schick effect still affecting UNC, or is it just because that area is growing so good with pickleball and a lot of local kids and people are playing?
That second one.
Yeah, well, yeah, and UNC's always just had a really strong club, and Mahir, a guy named Mahir, runs it now. But it wasn't just Colin Schick. Sarah Carpenter from Duper was on that team forever, and they've actually really taken a step back talent-wise, and they're still very talented. But you don't have to, you're going to take a step back if Colin Chick's not on your team anymore. And, but they got a couple of guys, they're in a little bit of a lull right now, but they'll be back. They'll be back on top of some podiums pretty soon. I feel like.
That's great. That is great. Well, let's lead into this coming week's events.
Huge week ahead of us.
And we actually have the man behind it all coming in right now. We got the creator, the founder of the NCPA, Noah. Let's get in here, Noah.
What's going on, you guys?
What's up, Noah? Oh, that's what you look like.
Yeah.
The face behind it all.
Yeah, what were you expecting? What age were you expecting?
Not 12.
Not
a mustache. I don't know.
I
think he has.
Was shaved yesterday. I look a little older with a little more facial hair, but yeah,
Shit,
I see the stash. I respect
it. I keep it a little longer here, shorter.
That's so good. Well, yeah. Go ahead, Ted.
Noah. All right, man. You're on the #1 college pickleball podcast in the world right now, right? I'm going to give you a shot. Just, hey, I want to hear briefly, what in the world made you want to start a college pickleball tour?
Yeah, it's a good question. Naturally, I get that a lot. I did not expect it to get to this. Obviously, quick background on me. I went to college in Point Loma Nazarene. So I played soccer there, started the club, the pickleball club, and I don't know, we started running local tournaments. This was SDSU, UCSD, obviously Point Loma. And then it just I have an entrepreneurial mind, and I'm like, why there's so many people that are so interested. We quickly grew to the biggest club on campus. And I don't know, I looked at what was going on with college pickleball, and I'm like, naturally the whole, if you think you can do it better, do it. So kind of got in, and I have a passion for just bringing a ton of people together. And I'm like, this is such a great spot to do it. So that's when the NCPA was born in like 2024, early 2024.
Timber, is his team good?
His team?
Point Loma?
Point Loma.
Point Loma doesn't. Yeah. Once he left, it kind of fell apart.
Yeah, we never had, because we, I guess, started playing, but it was never like a 2-guy, 2-girl team type of thing. It was kind of just like for fun. But yeah, we had at our California regional a couple weeks ago, Point Loma was there, but it was just, I think, like 4 guys that showed up for an individual.
So, but why college? Why not just go, hey, man, I could run tournaments and, do what everybody else does and, just run tournaments and hang out. Why college?
Yeah, good question. I mean, actually, I'm in college, so it's like it kind of is a good segue. Big advantage for me is just like the peer-to-peer relatability. A lot of these are my guys. We'll talk pretty frequently, so it kind of helps in that way. But even then, like on the business side of things, I'm like, okay, if you want to have as few competitors as possible, get in before the bulk of people do. And I really saw a very, I don't know, it was, and I'm not sure how I saw it. I kind of just landed on it and it just clicked for me. But so many people are running just general tournaments, which naturally there's a ton of competitors, right? Depending on the sizes and levels, there's just so many people doing it. And there's #1 being in college, yes, but the beauty of just kind of having a niche spot in pickleball. And I saw the growth that had yet come to fruition. So, yeah, I was like, let's just make college kind of go all in on that.
So, like, what do you notice is a big difference between a college stop and like a regular, doubles tournament?
It's the energy. It's just you cannot compete with the energy. There's something, and not only is it more, I think, more fun to watch, and I'm biased, but a little more fun to watch. It's just the collegiate rivalry. The kids are just, they want, and I say kids, I'm literally the same age, but they are just so on fire, so much passion. And it's kind of like a love-hate relationship. I love seeing like the camaraderie on the courts, and they'll like chirp, but they'll smile. And part of me is like, I want you guys to want to kill each other, but there's also a beauty to it. yeah, there's just a different energy. I think that's the biggest differentiator.
Well, so like you're gonna have a bunch of stops, right? And then a national championship, kind of typical stuff. But like peel back the curtain a little bit, brother. Without, I know that there's some competitors, but like what we do is like you can compete with us if you want to. We'll show you the cards. We don't care. But like what's something you're working on right now to keep elevating? Because I'll be honest, Martin and Timber know this stuff way better than I do. And all the rules, all the players, all the differentiators, like somebody's got to come out on top and do it right. What are you doing to be that tour?
Yeah, and Timber can attest to this. We have a complicated format. It's just a new concept, but a lot of it takes a minute to for it to click. But I don't know, number one, singles being involved is such a huge thing for, I don't know, not only just more fun to watch, but just more fun to play. A lot of the college kids being young, there's just nothing out there like it. So we've essentially taken MLP. We've pretty much just added singles, and that's kind of been a pretty perfect marriage, I would say. And we do, because MLP is very rigid, it's women's and men's then mixed just consistently, naturally. And again, everything I do, it's based off of just players' feedback, and then I try to use as much common sense as possible. So I'm like, okay, if something's the same over and over and everyone's doing it, obviously people are going to appreciate something a little bit different. Mm-hmm. So not only do we have singles, but we have, like, you can have a different order. So doubles can be first, singles can be second, mixed, and it can change. So format's been a big kind of innovator for us, and Timber's kind of seen the growth. I kind of throw it on players, trying to figure out what clicks and what doesn't. But I think we've landed on something really special. And at this point, the struggle now is to how can we best articulate that and get people to get it quickly. So
that's why you come on the number one college pickleball podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So let me chime in a little bit about Noah. So the first time I heard of Noah, I mean, he was getting started. He was calling every college club multiple times. They're like, Timber, you got to deal with this dude because he is calling us all the time. So, some dude in California, so he's probably weird, right? Because he's from California. And I reach out to some other schools, they were involved in Duper, and they're like, yeah, this is going to be like the Fire Festival. You should stay away from it. So we did. The first year IU didn't go. And then I start hearing back from these other schools how much fun they had. So we signed up for the Cincinnati event last year. And what I love about Noah is, and he's in a position, since he's the man, he's not reporting to anybody, he can experiment with different things and see what works and what doesn't. And sometimes he takes a little crap for that, but I think it's great. Like, hey, we're going to try that. He tried a format last year that I loved, but my team was like, this is going to kill us because it took so long and there were so many games. Mm-hmm. And so, and the other thing I love about Noah is he'll listen. I mean, I'll bitch to him I'll bitch for an hour, and he'll take the stuff that makes sense and then he'll throw away the stuff that doesn't make sense to him. But I always feel heard. And that's a huge thing. And so he's really established himself. I agree. The singles, APP did singles last year too. They're not doing singles anymore. So the only time you're ever going to get singles at a Duper APP event is in like a Dream Breaker. With Noah, it's built in. And I never want to play singles again. Okay. But college kids love singles. So I think that's a huge differentiator for him.
Noah, we had Florida versus Georgia. We did a 45-point Dream Breaker. We combined both lines to do a Dream Breaker. It was hilarious. So, but my follow-up to Timber telling you there is, Noah, there was a huge vote. And out of the hundreds of votes that we got yes on Timber, were you one of the votes for him to say yes to stay on this podcast?
Wait. Say that again. I'm not following.
So that's a yes for Timber. We voted Timber onto the show after this one, so that's a yes. Appreciate that one.
Noah, you were busy all weekend, but what you didn't see was me walking around with keychains, with pickleball keychains. Tell them
Yes.
about the podcast and saying, "Here's a keychain, vote for me." So
Oh,
We've
I
heard
vo-
the
I voted
legendary
for Timber.
stories of
You
Timber
voted.
driving.
You know, I can check who voted, right? This is not the time to lie.
No, I definitely voted for Timber.
No, I saw it, guy. I saw it, Timber.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in there.
He's in there.
No,
He's
but
in there.
Timber, I appreciate the words big time. And that's something too, just quick note on that. It's you got to swallow your pride with stuff like this. Like, number one, I'm young, so people are naturally skeptical. Like, oh, you're my age. Like, what do you think you know better than I do? So being able to, I guess, have someone, and Timber's done this, they'll just chew you out and say everything that's wrong. And I'm like, I've grown to just train myself to appreciate it and love it. And it sucks it used to suck a lot, but I'm like, oh my gosh, this is good. And I will make adjustments on the fly real quickly if it makes sense. So it's, you just gotta, I've grown to have some thick skin, and I didn't used to. I'd be all my feelings hurt. Oh, somebody doesn't like what I do. So it's helped a lot, just like being flexible. But
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's a nice piece of development coming from other tournament directors here. Being able to, hey man, like if it's not for you, it's not for you. Cool, but also taking in, doing that. That's really cool, man. So you think that's singles, but what about your tours? You're drawing big crowds. You have a big stop coming in Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
What is attracting these teams to yours versus other tours right now?
it's a good question. I think this is kind of an easy answer for me. Big thing, I'm a Christian. Jesus is at the center of everything. There, you can do everything right. You can have the format. You can, have a smile on your face and like be nice people. But there's a culture that's very important. Like, can people come in and feel like it's a family and like they belong? They're not just a number. It's like, I'm a part of this and I'm growing with this organization. That's something that that's been the biggest thing for me of like, it's really the only, if the format sucks, which at the start it did, there was some tweaks, big tweaks we needed to make, but it's like, can we get the vibe of the event, the culture, make people really feel like we value them and they're a part of something really special? Because at that point, then they'll come back. And for, marketing, I've relied pretty heavily, like Timber said, I was on the phone calling, spamming people a little bit. I was reasonable to it.
Been there, done that. Yep.
In
I
there,
get it.
for sure.
So sometimes you just gotta keep going, and sometimes you piss people off, but that's what it takes. But the word of mouth has stemmed from the kids themselves, right? So when they leave, they're like, oh, this past event was so fun. And then maybe that team doesn't come out this year, which there are a couple I can name that's like, they're still kind of skeptical. They're, I guess, just waiting to like make, because they'll have to, convince themselves, oh, we need to raise funding and stuff like that. So there's still a couple that are like, when they leave this year, those colleges that have enjoyed it, they'll go to them and eventually they'll be like, okay, now we've got FOMO. We're missing out. This is a fun thing. So we want to actually like take the time to invest and request funding, raise money, stuff like that. So,
and you'll help them. You guys kind of help them with that if they have questions or anything like that. If they need help trying to get funding from their school, you'll help them with that.
Exactly. So, because I did it, I went to Point Loma, was like a 4,000 person school. It was pretty small, private, and so what I did, I went in front of a board, gave a presentation, put together like, hey, there's a ton of people that want to play, and then got $2,000, and I was like, oh my gosh, huge win. So I kind of, because I went through it and understand the way it works, it's easy for me to be like, hey, here's a roadmap to make it happen. So, yeah, but I think to answer your question, it's the vibe of the event. It's faith, like, and I don't know if you guys are, I guess, have any faith or anything like that, but with Bible says, if you invite God into a space, if two or more are gathered there in his name, like his spirit's there. And I don't know if you guys can understand that, but it's so, I've seen it countless times with every event. like people will come up to me and say, for some reason, not Christian, never prayed, I feel at peace. I feel like, this is different. Like I just was smiling when you were praying. Like it's incredible, and you really have to experience it to know. But that's our biggest thing. Like
That's
we
awesome.
can do everything right, but it's the vibe of the event, and it's
That's super cool, man. So what is the end game goal here? Like you got a college tour, there's a bunch of stops, you got a national championship, and every year you're tweaking a little bit. There's other competitors, but what do you see? What's the end game? Like, what is the goal that you go, all right, I've accomplished what I set out to accomplish?
Yeah, another good question. I mean, for me,
I'm full of great questions. I mean, everybody tells me
Only great.
you're on fire. Yeah, I really think like there will be one governing body. There can't be 2 or 3 forever. One of the 3, and I think Timber and I know the answer, are probably going to be, dissipating here soon. And,
bro,
I think
I'm gonna
we
follow
all
up on
know
that.
the answer. No, you know the answer, Tab.
yeah.
You?
So, and at that point, there's only 2 because it's just getting way too concentrated. We're expanding our events. We had 6 stops, potentially a 7th in the Northeast in February before our nationals this year, and then at least 10 next year regional. So there's a lot of growth, and yeah, end game, like we will be, and I'm gonna put it out there, we will be the sanctioning body of collegiate pickleball, and there's gonna be one, and I gotta say it because that's just you gotta be confident, and it will happen. When is the question? We're gonna however long it takes, but I think there has to be one, and with the NCAA too, that's like a big question of, hey, when are they going to get in, if at all? And
Do you think they are? I'm going to tell you, I don't think they ever will. But
yeah,
I don't either.
I don't either. It could. I'm worst case if they do. That's kind of a tough battle for us to fight. Of like, okay, they do college sports. I think a big thing. Let's say worst case they get involved. And when I say worst case, I mean there's so many universities that are dropping out, and other third-party organizations are taking over because there's kind of morality in lawsuits and stuff like that people are just being rubbed the wrong way. So people are naturally pissed with the NCAA as a whole.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't think they get involved, but if they do, let's say in 3 years, that's kind of I would say by then we will have established ourselves even more strongly than we already have. We'll have tapped into all the universities competing. We're connected with over 200, but we have about 120 competing. So by that time, everyone's competing. And yeah.
So we'll kind of wrap it up. I'll ask you a fun question here. I won't ask you to narc on who you think is going to be gone next year. But all right, if you had to name a school right now that's competing that you see them really growing, which school puts the first ever stadium pickleball on campus for events?
Oh, I think I believe this was Alabama or Auburn, but they I think 16.
Yeah, Alabama's putting 16 courts. But I mean like a stadium that like hosts tournaments, and they go at it and go, yeah, we're putting a stadium in.
It's a good question. I mean, I guess it would be Alabama potentially, but I don't know. I think given the funding and the skill level, potentially maybe UVA, because they're probably the biggest school. UVA maybe.
I thought you were going to say Utah. I thought you were going to say a school in Utah because they literally have everything for pickleball. Like
they're insane. There's just so many venues. There's so many. Right. I'm giving you guys like not fun answers. These are like just straight up what it is.
It's cool, bro.
But no, they're
pickleball podcast.
Yeah, so they're really good, but it's very much their small schools is what I'm trying to say. So not a ton of funding, and I don't think big stadiums go in there. They're like our nationals last year or earlier this year in Vegas. They had our top 4 finishers were Utah Tech, Utah Valley, and University of Utah. So they're good.
Where are nationals at for you this year or next year, 2026?
Say that one more time.
Where are nationals at for you?
St. Louis, Missouri. We've got full
The Arch.
Yes, the Arch. And
Nice.
beautiful thing about this, it's all indoor, but the spacing in between courts, there's just so much space. It's all kind
Nice.
of
Love
each court individually, and it'll vendors, player experience. It's gonna be a fun one. We should have like 500 players, at least 64 schools. So
Nice.
yeah, yep.
Nice. Cool,
So we're
man.
gonna Noah, just so you know, we're gonna set up like an ESPN game day desk at your nationals.
Oh,
And
awesome.
we're gonna we may do a small version this weekend, but we're gonna do it right. We've been talking. We do a good job brainstorming, and so
That we do.
yeah. So
That's awesome.
Listen, we launched this podcast like a week and a half. So and it's the #1 show in America.
Yeah, dude, it was quick growth. Yep.
That's huge.
Cool, man. Is there anything that you want to tell us? If you want to share quickly about anything going on?
I guess two quick things. First thing, kind of to your last question, what differentiates you? I guess a big one too now is our live stream. So we're on Amazon Prime for all of these events. I'll look at dupers and APPs. Obviously, they're the main people in the space. It is just miles above anything we've seen. And the U.S. Open team is doing all of our events. So and that's another thing.
I'm going to stop you real quick because you made me mad on one of those because we have the All Florida Pro League and you had already signed your contract, so we couldn't be on there with those guys with the TV. So we'll work on that for next year. But
we'll talk. Yeah, that's my fault. We got
no, those guys are great, man, and talking with them, we love what you do. So they do a great job. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, and I want to throw a plug in too, since we're talking about that. He's got center court all day is broadcast, and they have talent on there, and the talent is typically Dylan. Say her last name, I never get it right.
Ciampini.
Yeah, Dylan most of the time is on there by herself broadcasting, and she kills it. She is so good at it. And then when she does bring someone over to sit in for a session, she's so natural and good at that. But I've known her for a couple of years, but I've never seen her do this. And she makes those broadcasts. She is so good at it.
Yeah, she's awesome. And we'll send out like a team of, we got production, but then a team of 4 of us, and she's one of them. And it's just, we've got a small team, but we're all perfectly we do our thing so well. So that's really helped with efficiency and maximizing the experience.
Scott's good, and we're looking forward to working him this weekend. Noah, Martin, you got anything?
Nah, man, just happy to have him. Happy to hear his side of things, and looking forward to this weekend in Jacksonville.
I love it.
No, appreciate your time, man. All the best, and we'll see you this weekend.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Have a good
See you, buddy. So what's hilarious about Noah and I at all these events together? I think he's 24 and I'm 59, and he's the stable, calm one. I'm the one jumping around going, we got to do this. Oh my God, the wind's picking up. What are we going to do? And he's just like, we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. It's just so fun. He's the mentor of the group.
Got to tell you, that doesn't shock me one bit.
Not
shock me one bit.
Not at all.
Man. Yeah, that was cool to see. He wasn't scared to put himself out there a little bit, but recognizing that he doesn't know what he doesn't know, and as the business side of this thing, right? So how it came to be was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's an impressive. The other day I told somebody I'm done doubting him, because he'll come up with some idea and I'm like, that's never going to work, and he always makes it happen, man.
That's awesome.
Dude,
that's awesome.
Great.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we talked about this upcoming weekend's events. Let's just finish off this episode going over what we think might happen.
Yeah, so this is the only thing happening in college pickleball right now, right?
Yup.
So you literally go to Pickle TV on Amazon and you can watch this whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The APP was supposed to have a Colorado event, but it didn't happen.
Womp womp.
Why not? They didn't get signups?
Yeah, I think it was lack of interest. Colorado's a tough area. There's not a lot of schools close by.
Yeah.
Ouchies. It is a Florida stop. We got the heavy hitters, the Florida heavy hitters. One
I
of
got
them
some
being
intel.
Oh.
Wait. FAU,
Hop in.
like we don't know who's playing with them, right?
No. Do you know?
So Jaden Brogdon might not be playing. There is a big event in Boca Raton right now. And that would require him to play, if he does well, 4 days in a row and leave late Friday to make the stop on Saturday. So I don't think he's going to be playing. And the girls might be playing in that event too. So they might not have their full squad.
Well, their second team is not too shabby as well.
At all.
Honestly, their second team might be playing the events, the World Series of Pickle or whatever they call it. Fun event but we're focused on college. So FAU might be short on their roster, but I'm sure they'll do fine. I'm pretty confident in that. One thing we'd like to mention is the debut of FIU.
Let's go! Let's go! I gotta tell you, bro, we have been practicing nonstop getting ready for this. Listen, ever since I saw this thing, and they've had a college pickleball team for a while, right? They've been practicing for like 2 years getting ready for the stop, dude. We are poised to take down the Goliaths.
So here, I got an important question. What the FIU? What? I don't even know what they are.
Panthers.
Listen, Golden Panthers. We are Golden Panthers. All right. I mean, what is IU?
Hey, we're the Hoosiers, baby.
What in the heck is a Hoosier?
I don't really know, but that's what we are.
We are the Golden Panthers, and Miami has exploded. We're more of a transient school, so we pick up the local talent. And so you are starting to see the formation of Miami Pickleball. And we have a stop going down there, which is going to be fun. Check out the Florida Pro-Am circuit. Quick plug. Is coming to Miami. I might give FIU free admission just so they get Listen, but it has started to explode, and you're starting to see that come in. FIU, you heard it here first. The #1 college pickleball podcast in the world. FIU upset city. They are going to upset a major team. Mark my word.
Yeah, so Tab's going to go 0-7. I forgot. I lost count on how many of his takes are just totally off base. FIU, I see them getting out quarterfinals. I'll give them quarterfinals.
Bro, we're making the finals.
FIU is not making the quarterfinals.
That's my take, right? The finals maybe of the challenger bracket.
Maybe.
What the hell's a challenger bracket? They're really challenger brackets. It's FIU, baby.
So what Noah calls it Division II, but so if you don't have enough, maybe you got 3 teams there, but you don't have enough to form a 4th team, you can play in what he calls Division II, which is like just a normal side tournament. They have singles, they have men's doubles, they have mixed doubles, stuff like that, which is pretty cool because then people that wouldn't get to play because a lot of times it's because you just don't have enough girls to form another team. And I tell you, that's where Florida, that's where the Gators usually shine because they are so deep that they usually make their hay. I mean, they do well in the main bracket too, but they always kill it in the Division II. Duper calls it Challenger, but it's the same thing.
The only reason UF is going to be decent at this stop is because they live down the street and the kids won't get lost driving there.
Okay, dude. Yeah, we can stop there. UF is obviously going to win this. I'm not sure it will be close. UF 1 is going to take first place, take all the money, and leave everybody really sad.
Timber, can I ask you a question?
Sure. So
you're seeing like Alabama we talked about, but you also see FGCCU, GCGGU, Florida Gulf Coast University, right? They have an amazing pickleball complex on their campus. Alabama does too.
Yeah. What's the question? Huh?
Why are they bad? Like, why aren't they better at pickleball? Like, if you have a facility, shouldn't you be amazing at pickleball?
Well, a lot of it's organization. I mean, remember, these are club sports. Very few schools have a me. You know, they don't have somebody that volunteers their time.
Humble brag.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Because like you look at Purdue. Purdue has built this amazing program, all student led. But it is dependent on the students, and students have an annoying tendency of leaving. You know, they graduate and they move on. Not me, I'm still in Bloomington, but other people graduate and move on. And like a perfect example at Indiana is 3 or 4 years ago, they won the national championship in club table tennis. Now there's not even a club table tennis team because, you know, just things ebb and flow. And that's what ends up happening. You know, I really, maybe I would say potentially the most talented team in the country where everybody on the team is like an undergrad real student on campus is Ohio State. But they struggle a little bit because they don't have a lot of or any adult leadership. So organizationally, there's always a lot of strife going on. Yeah. And so that the answer to your question is, you know, if you end up getting a couple, you know, Florida is the home of a lot of good pickleball players, but organizationally, you got to find, and there's kind of a sweet spot too, because like you look at FIU, you take FIU's top 4 players, they're better than Utah Tech. They're the best team in the country.
FAU. You keep
FAU.
doing this, Timber.
No, he got it right. He got it right. He got it right.
Oh, you got it.
So you look at FAU, and but how many? But they're so good that they're playing elsewhere on a lot of pro events and money balls and things like that. You know, Mevish at IU, arguably the best woman in the country, but she almost never plays for IU because she's also playing Major League Pickleball and playing in PPA events and things like that. So it's just, and that's what makes like a place like Virginia so good. Virginia's got a small business. They're a freaking juggernaut. And they're always going to be good because they're always developing talent. It's a plug and play system. And Gulf Coast hasn't figured that out yet. So that's my long answer to your short question.
That was a long answer. But all right, I get it, man. Like college, this is what I find interesting about college sports, man. Is like this thing is all over the place. The rules, the movement. I mean, I guess it's normal, right? Like we should expect that. But for the pickleball space being so new, it fluctuates so much. The only thing consistent is like Virginia and Utah just smacking everybody. You know, because the girls at FAU are going to graduate. The people at FIU never graduate. And so we're going to be there for a while. But like the FAU people, they're going to graduate.
Yeah. And but you know, FAU also has Next Gen right across the street or whatever. So that's going to be a situation. You know, there's a lot of things they're going to have to shore up a little bit. For eligibility. You know, when we first started, I think I may have mentioned this last time, when we first started, we were just trying to get people, you know, get as many teams as we could.
Yeah.
Now there's plenty of teams, there's plenty of opportunities to play. Who should really be eligible to play is a question that, like, you know, Noah was talking about a governing body. We're going to need that governing body. It's not going to be the NCAA. The NCAA wants no part of this. The NCAA doesn't know what to do with a co-ed sport. You know, like football is fun to watch and not so much fun to play if you're just, you know, like me running around a field. Pickleball is the opposite. It's fun to play, but how much fun is it to sit and watch for 3 hours on TV? It's not that great of a spectator. Yeah. So NCAA is never going to touch it. I'd put money on it. No. But we do need men's rowing is not an NCAA sport, but men's rowing has had a governing body for like 50 years. So that's what we need. We've got to come to that governing body, get everybody under one umbrella. And I put a little work into that, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a few years.
Timber, we'll help you out to speed that up because I got to tell you, if like college cornhole makes it before us, then
no shot. Is that in the pipeline?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hey,
probably.
Bass fishing is a big club sport.
I actually know like a kid that like Camden Bradstreet, his brother, big into fishing, like big time dollars that go into it.
No, I heard flag football was going to become an NCAA sport.
What was?
Flag football, like official.
Well, if it's in the Olympics, it should be in college.
Yeah, right. The one that drives me crazy, and it's just because I'm old, but esports drives me crazy.
What?
I'm like,
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's because you're old.
yeah, it's not a sport. It's all. I love playing. I love playing. Now that IU's good, I love playing IU on my college football EA Sports. But come on, man, it's not a sport.
If people watch it, and it's
I know.
and
It's
they really pay
competitive.
for it, man. That thing's a sport.
It's competitive.
Timber, did you ever play the PPA pickleball video game?
No.
Oh,
Why
Martin
isn't there?
Martin was like
Why
the
is
number one Twitcher out of
You're looking at
PPA.
the best PPA video game player of all time.
Oh yeah,
Is it like a virtual reality thing, or is it like a joystick?
Heck no, it's
Joystick.
a controller.
yeah.
Oh,
Controller,
It's
joystick.
nasty. Check out his Twitch. You can see it, man.
You that better
Yeah.
not actually.
Yep. Dude, well, listen. All right. Look, you guys, I have real obligations because we have a business to run doing this. So I have to like do stuff, right? You guys are getting a chance to go to Jacksonville and goof off.
Hey, we're
What are you
grinding
guys
out there,
doing in
dude.
Jacksonville?
We're spreading the word, baby. We're getting out what we love to do, Pickleball U. We're meeting up with all these teams, hoping to
Anything
shoot
fun? You guys have anything fun planned?
Of course. Well, for one, it's been a hit at some of our All Florida events already. We're bringing out the radar gun.
Let's go.
We're bringing out the radar gun. These kids probably have never seen how fast they could hit a ball, and this is our time to shine.
So we're going to have to set like a line. Martin, are you going to be the line for the guys on if you serve it faster than Martin, you win a prize? Is that the way it's going to be?
Oof.
Paddle delammed.
I got to start stretching. I mean, I could be the line. I mean, is 37 miles fast?
Well, like so you guys got like giveaways and stuff, man. I'm pumped. I'm really actually I'll be honest, like I'm kind of jealous that you guys get to do this. I'm trying to figure out how to flake on producer Chris. So that I can join you guys and hang out, you know.
Let's go. We should make him edit this and he can learn in real time that you're not going. Always a pleasure, boys. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. This was a long one, so if you stuck around the whole time, DM us and I might give you something for free.
See,
We'll give away all our stuff. No, listen, wait. Look at these pants, bro.
Oh, wait, don't hurt yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
Good. Later. Bye.
just pull the quad. Hey, come see us in Jacksonville if you're around.
This weekend, Jacksonville. Thank you, everybody. Always a pleasure.